Hi, welcome back to Circles of Connection. My name is Chuka Michael Wenzoke. I am your host, your friend, your brother. I am the one who wants to see you become better. And this is Circles of Connection, where we bring up things from friendship, situationship, relationship, partnerships, and all forms of human interaction so that we could learn, we could hear different perspective. Last time out, we had the wonderful alto singer Teresa, and we also had the powerful lector Eje be on the show, and they talked about Ude for you, talked about intimacy, vulnerability, how can we be there for others, how do we want others to interpret our vulnerable moment and all that. We weren't meant to have an episode this week, but it's a good time. I'm feeling good. Life feels amazing. Why don't we just put this bonus out there? And this bonus, it's going to be a continuation from Can a Man and a Woman Just Be Friends? I'm going to be talking more on this podcast because why not? It's a bonus. So, but instead of me doing it alone, I had a very good friend. Yes.
My name is Ngozi. I am a finance professional and a podcast host, and I also love conversations that give and add value.
When we were still getting to know ourselves, this was something I usually mention to her that I don't really believe in a man and a woman being friends. But here we are, it's over 3 years. Over 3 years. Let's hear her opinion on can a man and a woman be friends and what she thinks about it.
For me, friendship with the other gender is completely possible. It is beautiful when it is rooted in mutual respect, clear boundaries, and shared values. I actually see it as an opportunity to learn from different perspectives and grow emotionally and intellectually.
I have had so many amazing ladies be on this show and talk about their views on a man and a woman friendship. And it's always very confident. Yes, I think. Now let's listen to a man's perspective. That's mine. So I look at a man and a woman's friendship at its best. It's like a siblings relationship. It's like how your brothers and sisters, you guys relate. You guys love each other, but you don't go about saying it every day. You don't. It's not an emotional kind of thing. It's just that I must be there for this person. This person must be there for me. Nobody there messes with my brother. Nobody there messes with my sister. My sister, anytime I have something, I want to see my sister happy. It's just that kind of vibe. So at best, that's how I see it. It's almost like a family. Like you guys are very cool, very wonderful, but then it's already like you've seen the best of that friendship. Like you've seen the end of it from the beginning. Like it can't be more than what it is, and it shouldn't be lesser than what it is. Like it's just there. So Marianne, tell us, have you ever been in a situationship like that?
Yes, I have been in that space where emotions started shifting and the lines blurred a little. On this particular occasion, I had a conversation, an honest conversation with the person, and we both agreed to take a step back because the truth of the matter is we both knew that if this should evolve into a situationship or even a relationship, if it doesn't end well, we're going to lose out on the amazing person, both as a significant other and also as a friend. And so what we did was we both agreed to take a step back, reevaluate our intentions, and stay true to the original friendship if it still served us. And truly speaking, communication saved the friendship. There were no games, just clarity.
I've been in situationships, not one. Secondary school was my first experience, and where it went from friendship to quickly relationship to quickly situationship to quickly enemies. Like it was that quick. I was very surprised at how emotions can change. Yes, and even after university, sometime in 2021, I think so, I was in a situationship like that. And we started off. One thing, there's something I should say for men or for guys, we don't go around looking for friends, especially female friend. No guy wakes up in the morning and is looking to meet a potential female friend. No, no, we don't. It's not like that for us. We can wake up in the morning looking for a potential girlfriend or a potential wife or something. But we don't wake up in the morning going out looking for a friend, a female friend. So I met this lady in a very random way. She approached me and she was like asking me questions, and I responded. And she was like, "What am I doing?" And she's kind of bored. Can we just chill? And yeah, it was cool to chill because I was actually free and I wasn't doing a lot. So we chilled, spent time, and we started talking and we realized we had so much to tell each other. And before you know it, it became, it started off as friendship because I wouldn't just see that person and say, be my girlfriend. No, I was just knowing the person. And from conversation, we had to keep talking. And from that, I began to develop feelings. And that's when it was revealed to me very later on that she was still in love with the ex that wasn't good for her. But then again, she built her personality, her life, everything around that person and her working out. So no matter how far she seems to have gone in life, she always wants to go back to that. Well, that's some deep stuff, and we could talk about it another time. But that was the situationship, and at some point, I said, "Whoop, I don't want to lose this friendship." She said she doesn't want to lose the friendship. Let's keep feelings aside. Keep being friends. But that's one thing I know. It can never really, it can't work because I tried that. And when I stopped looking at her as a potential partner and I began to see her for who she was, there were certain favors, certain niceness I could no longer give to her because I was now looking at her the way I would look at a normal lady, right? And we weren't flowing anymore. That joy, that sweetness was really there because I was willing to go extra, but she was just okay staying where she was. So that's the experience. It's probably something I'll talk about some other time. But yep, I've been in that situation, and what saved me was I just had to go through it. I had to see the shege, I had to learn the lesson, and I had to come to the conclusion that I am not actively looking for any female friend. If I become friends with any female, let it be by circumstances, let it be by God, but I'm not out there thinking or trying to. No, yeah, and that has been working well for me.
I truly believe that a man and woman can just be friends, absolutely. But above all, I also think it requires maturity, emotional honesty, and a lack of hidden motives. If both partners are honest with themselves and each other, a solid, healthy friendship can thrive. I have a friend whom we have been friends, we've stayed friends for over 6 years. We have even evolved in our friendship. By evolving, I do not mean, getting into a relationship. No, we have evolved to this point where we know that we are truly friends and friendship is all that matters to us. People actually think that we are dating. We've both agreed to stay friends, and why this is working out well is because we have looked at the odds. So when we get into a relationship, what is going to happen? Maybe 2 years down the line, things begin to scatter simply because of some differences, or should I put it as irreconcilable differences, not from our faults, but based on what culture and tradition says, based on what has happened, based on health issues, based on genotypes, and all other stuff. And then we've already agreed between ourselves that we're going to stay true with each other, emotionally handle the situation, and make sure that we are very honest and open in our communication. So whatever feelings anybody has for the other has to die. If you're not willing to kill that feelings, then you might as well just take the exit door. It only gets complicated when people pretend not to want more or ignore signs that one party is catching feelings. So the moment I see that you're catching feelings, this was not our initial agreement. And we both know that if anybody should catch feelings for the other, it will end in premium tears. We have to sit and reevaluate. Should we continue or should we take a step back? And then you'd have to choose what is more important to you, being in a relationship with a person for just 2 years and then ending it all, or just a few months and then ending it all because life and situationships or life and situations reach you saw from the very beginning are beginning to happen much later, or just respecting the fact and knowing that I take you as my brother, I take you as my sister, everybody will be fine, everybody moves on in life. You have to choose and ask yourself what eventually matters to you.
If I think a man and a woman can be friends, I don't think anymore. I know a man and a woman can be friends, and the best way this friendship comes, it comes naturally. It's not something we go out looking for. If a guy goes to approach a girl he likes and she says, "No, I'm not interested, but we can be friends," I don't think the guy should accept it. It wouldn't, in the long run, he will not like it. And ladies, just saying, yo, please stop offering friendship to guys who say they're interested in you. Nope, it's very unfair. It's not doesn't make sense. So yeah, a man and a woman can be friends, but let it be circumstance. Mary and take for example, how did we become friends? We just met somewhere. We went for an event. It was so random. And when I looked at all these my female friends that I call wonderful people now, I never looked at them with the eye of, oh, this. I just saw them as normal human beings, persons. And when the opportunity came for us to interact and we started interacting, I realized, oh, this person is wonderful. Okay, this person is nice. Oh, this person seems to be returning goodness, seems to be very kind. I like this. And that's how it happened. So, final words, I would say that from to guys, I'm speaking to the guys now. Don't ever try to be friends with a lady you know that you have strong feelings for. If you have so a lot of feelings for a lady, just stop being that friend. Just tell her your mind, and if she doesn't want it, just be done with it and move on to something better. Don't keep someone you don't like yourself, and don't offer friendship. Friendship is like a gift. It just comes. We don't ask for friendship. It's not being offered to us. If you see someone and you can be friends to the person, be friends. The person will reciprocate. Hmm?
For my final words and shout out, I would like to say be honest. Be honest with yourself and others. Because friendships, whether it's same or opposite gender, it's precious when it's rooted in trust and good intentions. And I want to say a big shout out to you, Chuka, on this success of Circles of Connections. The conversations you have on here are great, and the perspectives of your guests also are amazing. Let's keep the conversations going. Thank you for having me on here. I truly appreciate.
Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, my listeners. Thank you, everyone. When we enter August is going to be about more deeper things. We're going to kind of leave this friendship zone because right now we're in friendship zone. We're going to kind of leave this friendship zone and we're going to touch on more intimate and a bit emotional kind of subject. Thank you for listening to Cycles of Connection. See you when next we meet. Bye.